I'd like to think that the tide has well and truly turned, and it certainly needs to turn because the people live here and the people need to have a say in their environment. It's no point, what if you have an organic vegetable garden or an organic vineyard and somebody's dropping poison immediately next door? It's completely unsatisfactory to exclude the public from a voice over their community, and it excludes consideration of all of those local effects because the decision makers may not know the effects. They may not know that somebody's taking drinking water from a stream, or somebody's got an organic property, or somebody's got dogs or pets or whatever. If they don't ask, they don't know. And that's the whole thing about consultation. Consultation's always been a really important part of the law of New Zealand. Consultation and natural justice. So if something affects you, you have a right to have a say. So what we're trying to do with this court case is to put that back into the Resource Management Act, because why should poisons of all things be exempt from all of those consultation requirements? I mean, poisons are dangerous. If anything, there should be more reason for the public to be consulted with, not less. And the scientists can now talk to each other, the communities can talk to each other, offer support and ideas, share information. So that's a really important thing, because it's incredibly difficult for communities to feel supported when the government's taken a view and it doesn't want to change that view. It's really difficult for communities to understand really what they're up against, because at times it seems like everybody's against them. The government, central government, the various pro-poison groups, and it's often just a few lone voices who say, hang on, let's have another think about this. Why are we putting poison in our water? Why are we poisoning animals? Isn't it cruel? Isn't it dangerous? Isn't it affecting ecosystems? But when there's just a couple of voices in a community, it's very difficult for them to stand up and be heard. But actually we do need to worry, and communities are actually often the first warning signs, the first alerters of the problems. Why do we continue assuming things are safe when all the indicators and red flags are up that they're not? It took 100 years between the first indications that tobacco was dangerous and it becoming severely restricted and recognised as dangerous by the public health officials. As a community, we need to learn from that. And when the warning signs are there, we need to take action to protect our children and our grandchildren and our environment. But when they realise that actually their concern is shared around the country, it gives them a lot more courage and empowers them to carry on. And history often shows that the communities are right. The government take a view for whatever reason, but over time we learn that many of the things that we've been told is safe are actually not safe. We learn with tobacco, with asbestos, with methyl bromide, with DDT, now with Roundup being classed as a carcinogen, electromagnetic radiation from cell phones and Wi-Fi, and now becoming classified as carcinogens by the World Health Organization. So we've been told these things are safe and that we don't need to worry.